What's up, my friend? I want to teach you one of the coolest techniques. I've been using this for many years, and this will help you when you just don't feel like doing something. And this is literally like an exact formula. This goes beyond just taking action on something and feeling better, because how do you deal with when, let's say, you're angry, you're frustrated, you're mad, or anything that where you can't get yourself to take action? There are some scientifically proven set of like a protocol I'm going to teach you right now that can help you snap out of that. And in fact, I just did this in the past hour or so, and I do this all the time whenever I need it. It works amazing. You can use this to get in state, to change your emotional state. Like if you are, let's say you're getting up to speak or something and you're nervous or you're freaked out or scared or whatever, you can use this one. You just need to take action in business or have a tough conversation or even have an amazing conversation. You're just like, you're finding yourself dragging your feet or something. So this has to do with the AMP method. And you can use different words and things for this. My favorite one is AMP, A-M-P, which I learned this from Michael Burnoff, and the AMP stands for attention, meaning, and physiology. And so I'm just going to walk you through exactly what I just did. And what it led to was, well, I was going to do some work on my computer, and I didn't want to. I found myself sabotaging, distracting myself, messing around, walking all around the house, going up in the kitchen. Like I literally just found myself distracting a lot. And so I'm going to show you exactly what I did. Now, the attention, meaning, physiology, there is no exact order. You can just you start doing, you want to hit all three of them. Mine happened to start with the physiology and this little trampoline right here. So what I did was called rebounding, where here, I'm going to show you this really quickly. You just stand here and you just slowly go up and down. I know you probably can't see this very good, but I am barely, my feet are clearing like this much off the tramp. Like I'm not trying to jump in the ceiling. I'm literally just getting the cells in my body like rebounding. Now, you don't have to use a trampoline. You can do jumping jacks, you can do push-ups, you can go out for a fast walk or a quick jog, or like go do a couple quick sprints. Most of us need to like stretch before doing that. So whatever it is, the physiology part, what that means, let me make sure this, let me get some light so it's not like orange. That the physiology part is, it's your physical body changing your physiology, like as an example of this. So if you were to see me like from the side, what would a depressed person look like? And you can see all our Halloween stuff all over. It's funny. We have like our basement, which is like my whole office. This looks like trash right now. So I'm just showing you, keeping it real right now. And so imagine, what would a depressed person, what would their physiology look like? Will just look like from the top of my body down. They would have hunched over shoulders. Their head would be down. They would look something like this. And it's kind of weird because I'm trying to hold the camera too, so I can't like do it correctly. And then what would a confident person look like? Head up, shoulders back, deep breaths. So you can see the physiology between this and between that. That's a total physical body change. And so imagine you get on a little trampoline, you do jumping jacks or something, you're moving your body, it changes your state. The fastest way I know is to literally change your physiology fast. And so, and we can go way deeper into physiology, but I'm going to keep this very basic, gave you a couple ideas around it. Now we still have the A, the M, the P, right? The attention, meaning, physiology. So we talked about physiology, which is changing how your body is moving around. If you've been sitting in a chair all day long, or for even an hour or whatever, get up, move around. Like you'll see me walking around all the time on videos or on phone calls. I literally pace this. Like I've walked many miles in a given day, which I know exactly now by my new Garmin tells me everything now. I've literally walked miles here in my basement / office thing, all through this carpet down here, just being on the phone when I'm on the phone many hours every day. Taking like thousands of steps doing that because it's keeping my physiology engaged. So anyway, that's physiology. I gave you plenty of ideas for that. So now we have the A is attention, the M is meaning. Attention simply means, I'll tell you let me tell you exactly what I did. I'm even going to show you. So, I knew I needed to amp. I got on this trampoline that I showed you. I literally started jumping just like I showed you. Now, before I then went, hang on, I think a call's coming. I got to hang up on this just a minute. Okay, so I literally started staring out, and let me see if I want to make sure I can try to show you this. It doesn't really matter where exactly, but I basically stared right into one of those trees, and I don't know if you can see them. Let's just say, like, let me see, that one right there. And I stared at a particular part in this tree, like right around here, almost exactly there. And I just stared at the middle of the trunk of that tree. And so I'm sitting here bouncing, and I'm just focused. My attention is looking at a tree. My mind is not distracted, and like I'm not daydreaming about like, oh, well, I don't want to do that. What if it takes longer than I wanted? What if it causes pain? What if, blah, 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 all the mind monkeys. I'm sitting there staring at a trunk of a tree out there while I'm bouncing. So my attention is focused on a tree. My physiology is bouncing, moving around on a trampoline. I'm also standing up. And the meaning now, the AMP, attention, meaning, physiology. Meaning literally means the words. What meaning am I giving to this moment in time? Is it a meaning of, I'm wasting my day jumping on a trampoline. This is so stupid. It's so boring. Why am I staring at a tree? Let me go look at something else. What else can I look at? Even if I was looking at something else, that would be better than me thinking about, oh, look at the stuff I'm not doing in my office, or look at the things I don't want to go do because I'm doing something that's like, it's very necessary and it's some deep self-work, but it's like, honestly, it's painful. It's a pain in the butt. It's going to take like basically 30 to 45 minutes. And so I've been dragging feet doing that thing, even though I know I need to go do that. It's really important for something around my business and life. So instead of thinking around that, when I point that way, it's towards my office. My physiology's bouncing. My attention is on a tree trunk. And the meaning, so what I did, I started bouncing first, the P. Then I focused on my attention, the A. Then I did the M for meaning. You can do whatever you want first. This is like, play with this. I remember when I first learned this, I would try to do attention, then meaning, and physiology every single time. What I've learned for me, immediately change my physiology. Then my attention follows with it. Focus my attention on what I want or something that's not what I don't want, for example. And then the meaning for me tends to come last. You may be the total opposite. You may dive into the meaning. Why the hell am I going to start jumping first? What am I doing? What's the purpose? Why? And you might dive into your meaning first, which I'll talk more about. Then you might focus on your attention, then the physiology, whatever. You just play with it, okay? You want to change all three at the same time. So the meaning, I was realizing like, okay, first of all, this is literally what my internal language is. I'm sitting here bouncing, staring at the thing. And so let's say you're the tree. I'm sitting here staring, bouncing around, and I'm not going to keep bouncing. It'll be super annoying for you to like just watch that. But I'm sitting there. I'm not sitting. I am bouncing there, not sitting at all, quite the opposite. And I did this, so let me also share, I did this for about 3 to 4 minutes. I knew it was a little less than 5. I didn't even check the exact time. I just have like an internal clock. And I was focusing, oh, another thing, physiology. I was focusing on taking deep breaths. So as I'm jumping, I was like, I'm just staring and breathing. And then after I took a few deep breaths, I found myself able to think. That's how noisy and how distracting things were leading up to that. And so, and the meaning, so what that means, it's like the words, it's your internal dialogue of what's happening. So the meaning, I was doing things like this. I was like, okay, I need to change my state. I need to feel better. I need to get some energy. I'm feeling pretty lazy. I know I'm sabotaging. I don't really want to do that thing. Now notice I'm taking my focus back to the thing, right? but that was my fuel to avoid the pain, because what's going to be even more painful if I know, now I didn't even think about this, but if I don't do that at all, I know I'm going to be like, it's going to be in my mind. I won't sleep tonight. I'll want to be doing it tonight or tomorrow anyway. I just got to get it done. That was like leveraging in the back of my mind. I wasn't even conscious of it, but I was focusing, being like, okay, I'm going to feel better about myself. I'm going to focus on my breathing. I'm going to get my blood pumping a little bit here. And I know, like, there's a confidence that came because I've done this so many times. How do you get confidence? You do something. How are you a confident driver? How are you confident you can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time? How are you, I don't know where I got that from. I've never said that. That's hilarious. How are you confident that you can do like the daily tasks today? You can do like brush your teeth when you're first learning. It was really hard. You're confident at it because you've done it hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of times or more. So I had this inner confidence that came knowing that because I'm bouncing, I'm focusing on my breathing. That's all the physiology. My focus, my attention is like completely deadlocked on this tree trunk, and I'm just sitting there bouncing, staring straight into the branch of the tree trunk. And so the meaning more, and notice how I'm like having hard words to like share with you what the meaning I gave to all this was. The meaning I was attaching to everything was that I want to feel better. I want to feel more productive. I know this works. And then here's where my attention went to. This was like a mini meditation. My attention got taken, is that there's a video that I wanted to do. So if you happen to see the video I've done recently about talking about how the amazing act of synchronicity and the dog that was running around and the crazy, like me feeling like I'm hungover even though I haven't drank for many, many years on the day after Halloween, November 1st. That whole thing was downloaded into my mind when I haven't thought of it for like two or so days now. Because I thought about that video a lot and sharing the story the first day or two. But then the last few days, I've been so cranking that the whole weekend was so busy and stuff, I forgot about it. So I'm sitting here with my attention focused on how I want to feel, essentially. So law of attraction, what you think about is what you bring about. Where energy flows, where attention goes. So what's my attention on? It's on a tree trunk, but the meaning, the words, the inner dialogue, it's called sub-vocalization, by the way. That's what inner dialogue is called. That my whole inner dialogue is focused around, I want to feel better and everything. And all of a sudden, I thought about the video with the dog and the synchronicity and the contribution and everything. And it was so amazing. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can feel it right now. And chills go up. And I was like, holy cow. And all of a sudden in that very moment, I was jumping. I was focusing my attention. And the meaning was, I want to feel better. I want to feel inspired. And I know that this works to do that. All of a sudden, I was deeply inspired. And it wasn't but 5, 10, 15 seconds later, I literally flew off this trampoline right here. Like, literally took this giant leap up onto the couch. My socks were sitting there. I threw my socks on. And I think I either took off to get water and then I shot that video, or I went to grab my camera and the selfie stick that I'm using right now, and I shot that video. And so it happened within so I went within less than 5 minutes. I went from dragging feet on something I didn't want to do to suddenly now shooting basically 45 minutes worth of videos back to back and I feel on top of the world. I feel amazing. I feel inspired. I feel like I'm living my purpose. I know I'm contributing out there, and that if even one person gets inspired or learns anything from either of these videos I've done, that was my mission for today, and the whole day makes it worth it. And here's the cool, awesome part I'm going to share with you. The original thing I sat down to do like 45 minutes ago on this trampoline, I haven't done that yet in my office. I know with 100% certainty, I can feel it inside. now that I've done the video on AMP, because I wanted to share like this whole process, and then I was inspired to share that other video originally. I have these 2 videos out. I'm going to have them uploading and processing on my computer while I work on that thing I've been dragging feet on. And there's literally zero doubt. This isn't me like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it and not really go do that. I don't, what's the words for it? I don't care whether you believe me or not. Maybe I'll share with you in the next video, or you can ask me or whatever. I know you know that like, something switched, and between me shooting these videos and me changing my state with AMP, changing my attention, changing the meaning of what is happening in my life, changing my physiology, this whole chain of things just got set up, and I set up and set off. And now that that's been all triggered, I'm literally excited. I'm partially excited. I am a little bit inspired. I am definitely driven to go get that thing done now. And I know I will. And especially once I already got it started a little bit, all I have to do is go work on that. So remember, if you've seen my other video on like the 5s and 10s, I literally am going to use the 5s and 10s. And I know I'm going to go spend way less than 10 minutes on that thing, and I will be in a flow. I'll be in a flow in that thing within 1 minute. I know with 100% certainty, and I will sit down and crank the whole 30, 40 minute thing out. So, and I think 30 would probably be a new record for me getting through this extended exercise I need to do. And now that I want to do, which is cool. So what changed when I used AMP here about 45 minutes ago, it changed from something that I just need to do and I know it, and it is good for my business, and it's especially good for me. And it also indirectly is good for other people. So there's no reason not to do it besides the psychology, the little bit of pain I have to go through in the exercise and stuff. And notice now I'm saying a little bit of pain. Dude, 45 minutes ago, it was like a big brick wall of pain. Like, I really don't want to do this. This is super painful. That's total. It's not even true anymore because I just did AMP. Attention, meaning, physiology. I changed all those. Boom. Literally, we're here within an hour. I'll be cranking that thing. I'll have shot 2 awesome videos. I'll have checked in with my daughter. My youngest son has heard like tons of awesome content, and I feel amazing. So, use AMP to change your state and feel even better about yourself, and just watch the chain reactions take place. I'm so grateful. Guys, it's like it's 4:45, and I have had a relatively unproductive day. Not fully. I've definitely got some really good things done. In fact, part of what drained my energy was that thing I have to do. I had to spend over an hour formatting this so that every time I do this in the future, which it can be up to a daily process even, the format it was in before was all broken, and it would have made it so complicated to go through every time I'm going to do it, where now that hour I get to take advantage of every single time I do this exercise, which really, I need to be doing this daily. So far I've only done it about twice per month or so. So anyway, now I am going towards that road of confidence with that process I've been dragging feet on, moving towards doing it daily, moving towards, hey, there may be some pain, I may even feel like crap, but look at the good that's going to come at us. Look at my language, my meaning I'm using now. I wish I could have recorded a video before I did the AMP thing, and you would have been like, I don't even look like the same guy. In fact, I don't. I actually kind of did my long, crazy long hair and stuff, but I like had like bedhead and looked all crazy. I didn't quite shave, so I'm still a little bedheadish. So anyway, use AMP to change your emotional state no matter how you're feeling. It works amazing. Focus where your attention is on. Change the meaning of what things are, what the situation, what things are meaning to you in that moment, and change your physiology. And by the way, the meaning with me dragging ass on that could be, I know this means something important, because anything that's going to be amazing is going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort. So the meaning could be, instead of, oh my God, it's going to be so painful, I could have changed the meaning to be, this is going to change my life and set me in an amazing direction. And in fact, to be totally honest, I know that's what it's going to do, but I was not thinking that kind of meaning and those kind of words when I wasn't feeling too good like an hour ago. So anyway, my friend, attention, meaning, physiology. Love you, appreciate you. Use it. Let me know in the comments down below how this impacted you. Share this with other people. I can add value to their life. And I am looking forward to this amazing journey with you called life contribution, pouring love, pouring inspiration, and making the world a better place than it already is, starting with our lives. Because when we focus on our life, we get to ripple impact even more people, because we even become an even bigger center of power for the world around us. Love you, my friend. Grateful for you. We will chat very soon.